Hey, you guys, welcome to week one meetup. Again, I've never really done these before, and I was like, oh my gosh, we do it on our coaching team all the time. Like right after this, actually, we're going to be having a team call, and it's just the culture of our team to connect. And we have multiple calls throughout the week. And I was like, why not do that in a boot camp? I feel like the community is so epic and so awesome. Hey, Kelsey. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you get to go to life group tomorrow because I can't wait to tell you. Anyway, and I was like, oh my gosh, this would just be so cool to be able to meet up versus just seeing each other through Facebook and we're busy and all that kind of stuff. So I was in an epic funk yesterday. I started my period, glad this is recorded. And man, it's so crazy how it can just take the energy from you and you feel gross and just like bloated and all that kind of stuff. So yesterday was really hard. I talked about it. And then still did my workout today. If you look at my Instagram stories, you can see it in my face. And then you can see throughout the progression of my workout, it's like you can just see the tension just like leave. And it was so great. And I put essential oils under my nose. I don't even know if that's what you use essential oils for, but I did the peppermint right here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. It was so great. And I just was like so awake. Are you not supposed to do that with essential oils? You're supposed to dilute it or something. I just like put it right up in here, and it woke me up. It made me so alert, and I was like, it tingled. It for sure tingled, not burned, but it was definitely tingly. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like it's hormonal feeling that way, and I just was like, okay, eating clean and working out versus self-sabotage of what I used to do, which is like binge watch TV and eat crap. And so I felt really proud of myself. So sometimes when you're in a funk, you can choose to stay in a funk, or you can choose to work your way out of it. And either way is going to be hard, right? So that was my like loss / win of the week. And I feel really good. And what I was just wanting to do is, Rachel, do you know sign language? I can try to unmute you. Let me unmute you. I cannot unmute you. Usually, oh, wait, I can. Now you can talk. Did you want to say something? I unmuted you. Maybe it's not working. I can't even see you. I do know a little bit of sign language. Oh, now she's gone. Anyway, but I just wanted to share with you that I have been on this journey for a while and I still get in funks. It doesn't feel good. In fact, I feel like it feels worse because like kind of when you're like living in a fog and like not eating clean and not working out and just like constantly doing that, it kind of becomes a way of life, anxiety, stress, not sleeping well. So then when you adjust to a healthier lifestyle and you start to sleep better, you start to feel better, you start to think better, it's really hard to get in a funk because you know what it's like to not live in that anymore. However, it's a great reminder of who and where I used to be. So if you kind of feel like you're in a fog, I just have to tell you that there's so much hope for you to get through that. But I, time to time, feel it too. And it's crazy because the hardest day isn't starting. The hardest day is picking yourself up off the ground when you feel like you have failed or gotten off track. A lot of times what that happens with challengers is you work out 10 days in a row and you get off track, and then the next day is the hardest day to get back going because you feel like you failed. And so what I want you to learn in this culture of a group is that it's not about perfectionism, and you're going to be fighting that. And so I think the hardest day, it's from the book John Acuff, I can't take credit for it. He says starting is not the hardest thing. It's the day after something doesn't go your way. It's the day after you got sick. It's the day after you had something happen in your life that's not good. It's the day after you completely got off track and went the wrong way. We call that in our house, we're going off the deep end. If we're not eating healthy and things like that, we'll just like yell it at each other and joke around. But it's really hard to get that momentum again. Or like maybe you lose 10 pounds and you gain 3 back. It's really hard to want to show up that next day, right? When that happens. So I just want to share with you guys, it's just normal. It's normal to not do this perfectly, and you shouldn't. I would be worried if it was so easy. But I definitely, when you can start to make those mind shifts happen. But I just want to share with you guys that like, man, you know, day one of the group, and then here I am feeling like crap, where it's like, oh my gosh, like this is not what I intended how to start, right? And then today I was like, ooh, still not out of it. But if you're feeling that way, oh my goodness, me too. But there's beauty in growth, and there's beauty in getting through it. So just wanted to share my heart with you, and where I have been these last 2 days of our group. And I just see it on the rise, and just like super excited for tomorrow. Yesterday I was like wishing it over, and I was like, I never want to wish days away, but I really was wishing it away. And I was like, sorry God, like I don't want to like not appreciate my day. But that's definitely how I felt. So what I was thinking, we could go around. You don't have to. I'm not going to call anyone out, but you can share a high, a low, what is going well, what's hard, and maybe you have questions that we can help you with. But otherwise, go ahead and unmute. And Laura, yes, girl, like we had to get outside is what we had to do. Like she got outside, went to the park today. Laura and I live in the same building, like, so we'll FaceTime sometimes. I'm like, I can just come over. But anyway, so does anyone want to unmute and share a victory, share a question, share something cool that happened this week so far? Brittany, it looks like you were going to talk.
I can talk. I'm always up for talking. Let's be real. And I apologize because I'm trying to like cook a healthy dinner in the background, and I got these 2 doggos that are just all over the place. Anyway, my biggest struggle was I don't want to say starting late on 80-day obsession, because I'm trying to get out of that mindset that I'm behind everybody else, because it's my journey. And so when I start is when it was right for me. And so feeling like it's just this first week, let me tell you, it took freaking forever. And there was a lot of work stress leading up to yesterday, and then yesterday and today. You know, I watched you on Instagram push through your funk, and I was like, you're not going to get in a funk this time. Don't let this bother you. Don't let this stop you. So I knew my 10-pound weights in my apartment weren't going to be enough. So I hopped over to building 1 where we have a fitness center, and it was just Autumn and I in the fitness center, and I'm probably going to regret it in the morning. Thank God for some recover, but learning that I need to own my own journey daily, and that's going to be a process that just continues to happen, but it's so important.
That's so huge, because I think right away we want to like be there, you know, like we want to have it all together. But you guys, like in life, like no amount of anything is ever going to satisfy you. It's the process that challenges you, that makes you, that just gets you to wherever you want to go. But I don't think wherever you get to, that's going to be the thing that gives you the confidence or gives you that. So Brittany actually texted me today, and I was so grateful. If you guys haven't heard of the Shine Project, you can sign up for it, and it's a daily text throughout the week, not the weekend. It's really awesome. It's like you click it, and it's like, it takes you like 3 minutes to read through the article, and it's so inspiring and so good. And so it's called the Shine Project. So all you have to do is go look it up, and all you do is subscribe to it. And every day you get this, like, it'll be like, hey, Julianne, it like says your name, and then it tells you like struggling with self-care, and then you'll literally click it, and then it'll walk you through an article to help you through like challenging things or motivational things. It's a really great like daily, like kind of like personal development actually, but it's like for busy people, so awesome. But anyway, Brittany was like, hey, do you get the Shine Project? I was like, yeah, I do, the Shine text. And she's like, it was about being in a funk. Like, so you need to go read it. So you guys should sign up for that. They're really quick, really great. And it's just like so positive every day. So Brittany, thank you for sharing. Anyone else want to share? Kelsey, you had some victories despite being sick.
Yes, hello. For the past few months, I've already told Julian all this, but I've been getting really sick. So in November, I had a fever for 6 weeks. In January, I had a fever for 4 weeks. And that is what initially actually just threw me off of my fitness journey. I had lost 20 pounds through CrossFit, and because I was so sick and I was emotionally eating and I stopped working out, I started putting some of that weight back on, which was like entirely the reason that I joined this boot camp, was because I needed to get back on track. And of course, for day one, the weekend before, I got sick again, and I was like, awesome, I'm going to fail again. Like, this isn't going to go well. But I was just really proud of myself because I didn't do the workout that I wanted to do. I didn't get to CrossFit, and I didn't get to do my 21-day fix, but I did do yoga and I did eat clean. I started the 3-day refresh yesterday, and I got through day one of that, but realized today that I needed more calories than that to help my body heal. But I lost 3 pounds yesterday, which was crazy. I'm feeling really good. My fever is almost gone already, which last time it was gone in 4 weeks, and now it's been 4 days. I think just because I'm feeding my body healthy things. So
yes, I love that you're listening to your body, and I love that, like, again, this is something we all have to remember, because we're all so guilty of this. When we aren't feeling good, we want to revert back to old coping mechanisms. So whatever your thing is, girlfriend, mine is the couch, TV, like doing absolutely nothing. And what I've learned, like today, I started my workout late, and I just was like, oh, Eric, I'll just do it by myself. Like, cause he was like already I drive him crazy, cause I like literally take my good old time. And I was like, no, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do it. And then I went into a separate room and just crushed it. And I was like, I'm so thankful that I just like decided to do it versus not. So I'm proud of you because you listened to your body, but you still did something. I think a lot of times we'll be like, oh, like, sometimes people don't like it when I say this, when I talk about average thinking, and people are like, but I want to be average. Like, I'm like, no, I want to take you somewhere else, right? So the fact that you were like, I can't do this workout or this workout, but I can do this one, I'm like, heck yeah. Like that, it doesn't matter what workout you're doing, but like that type of mindset is totally a winning mindset. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So good. Anyone else want to share either a win, a victory? Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
Okay, if I can click the right thing, I am so technologically challenged.
I think you're not the only one.
I can relate to both of them actually. I had that shoulder, neck, back thing going on for almost 2 months, and it was really getting to me, and I was starting to emotional eat, just like you're saying, and reverting back to my old ways and whatever. But I did end up finally going to the doctor and to physical therapy, and what turned the corner for me was a massage, so I'm going to be starting to get more of those more regularly. Pretty that's a win. But then he suggested doing that again and to start back slow with yoga, and that's what I've been doing, and I feel so much better. But I have this itch back here that isn't scratched by not being able to do that 80-day obsession. So I'm like, oh, my husband comes home and he's like, yeah, just don't you be doing any of those planks now. So I'm like, yeah, but I'll have to shovel a little bit. How's that? So
and it's probably because like your mind is able to do more than your body right now. And so like it's just like I struggle with patience. So like it's probably just like the patience thing of like trusting, but then letting your body heal. And I loved when you said like I reverted back to emotional eating. It's so crazy, you guys. Like I didn't think that was an issue for me until like I started to really think about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I for sure handle things by like shutting down and then just shoving stuff in my face. And so I'm glad that you could share that. Definitely relatable. So I am glad that you get massages. Laura was like,
yeah.
Like, that's like so
Don't.
That's so good. Thanks for sharing, sister. Anyone else? Go ahead, Laura.
I'll go. When I was living in Canada on my husband's thing, part of his benefits was that we had a massage budget. So I'm totally jealous.
Is that just like a Canadian thing, or just like the actual health insurance? Like,
It's so I lived in French Canada, Quebec. They do their own thing. They want to be their own country. But it's kind of standard practice that be part of the benefits package, but it's not required.
It's not a bad package to go.
Anyways, so yes, massages are a wonderful thing, and it's not being bougie or anything. Like, it does a body good. But what's funny, struggle that I had this particular week is that emotionally, my husband and I are going through a lot. We just closed on a house, and he might be changing jobs. So it's just been such a busy week, especially emotionally for me, that like all I've been wanting to do is just like Netflix and degaff, just like shut down, like no thanks. My emotions are taking all of my physical energy. But I mean, I just told myself that, that's exactly what I've done in the past and that it's time to try something new. So definitely a victory was to push play now 2 days in a row and to bring my friend Rachel in. As she waves, she's like, hello.
I was like, and she is like right next to you on my screen too, where I'm like,
she's like down here. Anyway, so excited to bring her in and have her be part of this super amazing group.
So good. I'm so glad. That makes my heart so happy. And I'm proud of you for getting your workouts done. If you guys don't follow Laura on Instagram, you should. It's so like, you're so good at it and so inspiring. And I definitely love following you on Instagram. Anyone else want to share? No stress, no pressure ever. Are you guys enjoying the group? Do you feel like this is a good start for you, especially being busy? I just think that this takes all the guessing out of it, and you have the community, and I think that that is the best part about this entire thing is the accountability, support, and love with sharing each other's victories and definitely helping each other out of some struggles. So, all right.
Another thing that I've kind of learned, I learned a little bit in the last boot camp, and I'm definitely implementing it on this one, is because of a lot of the reflections and things that we do are through the Facebook app. I just autopilot when I open my phone. I usually autopilot to Instagram or autopilot to Facebook right away. And I've noticed that if I autopilot to Facebook, the way that the algorithm goes is it shows you what you need to see first. And once you close it and you reopen it, it's not going to be there anymore because Facebook says you already saw it and you didn't care for it. So my thing that I've been implementing, and it doesn't even just have to be within this group, but in life, is that I'm not opening Facebook unless I'm ready to like sit down and, do the group and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's huge for me. I am such a big advocate on talking about this where the first hour of your day shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people, and you unintentionally do it by scrolling on social media. Like, it's crazy how quickly we gravitate and grab it. So what I do is I've actually struggled, I think it's because of my funk, this week with it, but Eric and I try really hard to just like wake up to our alarm and then get up and we do a devotion, and then we do some PD, personal development, or read a book or do a workout before we do anything regarding social media or whatever. And it's really hard. I don't know if all of you guys struggle with that. Scrolling is like, you should think about, there is a statistic, I forget how much time we spend scrolling the news feed in a day. And like, it's crazy. Have you guys ever been like, an hour has passed, like, what did I just do with my life? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what would be cool, Laura, is that if we had some kind of challenge, whether starting tomorrow or next week, like don't check your Facebook for like 30 minutes of waking up to see, maybe that can go with the launch project of like, did you wake up to your alarm? And then did you how long did it take you to check social media? And see what everyone's answers would be. But it's crazy how much like it plays a part in your confidence and your mindset. You may not agree with me on it, but like, here's an example over the weekend, and I wonder if this has to do with my funk. Eric and I did nothing. We usually don't watch a lot of TV. I call myself couch to coach, so believe me when I say like TV, I like it. Like I just have to be like really proactive about not watching it all the time. And I watched I caught up with This Is Us, and I watched 3 episodes in a row and 2 episodes of Scandal all in one sitting, you guys. It was really impressive. And I was so emotionally drained after that. I literally was like a zombie and in a fog and couldn't do anything after that because I was so drained, because it's so emotional, that show. It just makes you cry. But I was like, oh my gosh, like I forget how that makes me feel when I literally just do that. But we can definitely do some kind of like accountability for that if you guys maybe are like, no, Julianne, don't challenge me to do that.
So for those of you who have iPhones, if you go under battery, it tells you your percentages. But if you actually click on it, it gives you the hours.
So battery.
As Rachel's
No one wants to go look, Laura. Everyone's like, don't make me. I'm going to look.
And
And
so it gives you within the last 24 hours. So for me, I work on at-home business, or a couple of them. So I use Instagram for a lot of that. And it shows me that within the last 24 hours, I was 2 straight hours on Instagram alone. And I'm just like, okay.
Mine is like updating. It's not working. Anyone else want to share their glory? Or are y'all going to not share it? You guys are like, no, I'm not going to. And it tells you percentages. Yep, mine was 2.7 hours on Instagram. 36 minutes on Facebook. I feel like that's not like that bad. But I'm on my computer mainly.
I was going to say, if you're using Facebook on your computer, that's like a little.
Okay. It's up. Literally my highest percentage is Instagram, which makes sense. Okay. We're going to try to not scroll. Are you guys all in, or do you hate us for even bringing this up? You're like,
well, I mean, like Busy Woman Bootcamp, right? Like.
Yeah. We don't have time to scroll. We got things to do. I can't even find it.
You can. Yeah, I wish you could save like on your computer. You can save it to where you can like save the group in your. What pops up is the group instead of the news feed. I don't think you can do that on a phone yet. But I turn off all my notifications, you guys. So like if it takes me a while to get back to you, it's because I don't turn on my notifications. It helps me and saves me in a lot of ways. But for being busy women, for time, yes. But if you honestly find yourself comparing a lot, my 2 biggest struggles have been comparison and frustrated with not being where I wanted to be when I want to be there. Whether it's like professionally, financially, physically, like any of those things. I'm just being transparent. I'll always be transparent with you. I'm just going to tell you how it is. I'm just going to speak my mind. So our team Happy and Fit, I have the ability to make our entire team angry and like motivated at the same time and love me out at the same time. It's crazy. Like they're just like, how do you get in my head? I don't want you to challenge me, but I love that you are, all the time. And so I don't remember where I was going with that. Shoot. I was like on it and then I lost it. That's okay. I'll think of it in a second. Anyway, I think that, comparison. Whether like I get that you guys all, thank you. He brought the granola.
I made granola.
There's a lot of granola. Is this a full yellow?
Oh, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. You guys will always see Eric walking on Zooms. Anyway, sorry. But I always was like, I want to lose weight. Like, I want to do this. And then I didn't realize, like, how much comparison was playing a factor into my mindset and just my life. And so I definitely want to help you in ways that, like, might challenge you, but also might really set you free from not feeling in this trap that, like, you aren't enough. You know what I'm saying? And just like really being able to be that voice to help you through things like that. So I'm really grateful that you all are in this group, because I think it's so much more than fitness and nutrition. I think, and it's so much more than just like support. I think it's like legitimately you choosing to think better about yourself. And that motivates me so much, like to keep on doing this with all of you, because it's changed my life, because I can't even imagine not having this community when I struggle. Like, there are people out there that struggle that don't have a community to lean on. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, that has to be so lonely and so hard. So I'm just thankful for all of you. I'm so thankful that we could hop on. I'm going to try really hard not to delete the Zoom and upload it for everybody that couldn't make it. I'm going to hit end.